exactly. I mean, you're still.
Well, what could be bigger than the universe, and what could be smaller than microbiology?
String theory.
String theory is what? Which one?
String theory is actually smaller than quarks. So you have an atom, you have a particle, you have a gluon, and then you have a quark, and then a string.
So string is the tiniest thing.
String is the tiniest thing.
Oh, wow.
But
that's a good title for today's show right there.
String is the tiniest.
String is the tiniest thing. What does it look like? String.
String. We've never seen one. We've never been able to see one so far.
It's that small.
Yes.
We can't see it even with machines.
Yes, well, the Large Hadron Collider is actually trying to be able to, basically one of the things with the Large Hadron Collider was the Higgs boson particle, which basically shows that the ability of
don't fuck it up now.
to...
I thought you were going to be able to explain what the Higgs boson is.
The Higgs boson is the field that surrounds surrounds matter. And ends up actually, it's what causes mass. It's actually technically what causes mass. And they actually did prove that it exists. And the biggest thing that ended up happening was that you need to repeat it. But going back to the dwarf planet, a dwarf planet is still...
We weren't going back to dwarf, we were going back to string.
We're going back to string, but I want to go back to dwarf planet.
Well, hang on. String is the tiniest thing, but you were going to tell us how finding the Higgs boson was going to lead to us seeing string. What the hell is string?
So string theory is not quite a theory yet. It's still
not
in
even
the
a theory.
hypothesis. It's still a hypothesis.
String theory says everything's connected.
Basically.
Right, but the string is not an actual thing. That's the connection between particles. No one can see that. I mean, you're saying that we're going to be able to see that at some point?
No, I don't think we're going to be able to see that at some point. I think that we're going to be able to hypothesize and then come to a theory as to how strings work.
Right.
But at this point in time, we don't know. It's still in a hypothesis. We just.
Okay, so we'll let you get on to the dwarf planet.
Yes.
So is Pluto in fact a dwarf planet?
It is a dwarf planet.
Congratulations! All right.
Yes.
So
wait, why was there this hubbub about? There are no other dwarf planets in the 9, right?
Yeah.
In the lower 9?
Yes. In the lower 9, there are not. There might be a new one. But we haven't yet really kind of discovered whether it is or isn't. So the lower 9...
is it actually called the lower 9? I thought you were...
No, I just made it up.
No. The primary universe...
Do you think she's really a scientist?
Our primary planets, span out to, what we were traditionally taught in school.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they don't teach Pluto as one of the primary planets of our universe.
Right.
Cecile, you're shaking here. What are you saying?
It just makes me sad.
Yeah, it makes me sad too. Pluto's a great name. There was a cartoon dog.
Yeah, it was. I love that dog.
I do too. It made it really easy to remember. Like, when you got to Pluto, you're like, I did it.
Right.
But it still exists. It's just not...
It's just a different classification.
Right, so you don't have to lose Pluto.
No, it's just a different way of classifying how a planet is structured.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is it called Pluto? Why is that the only one named after a Disney character?
It's not named after a Disney character.
What?
It's not named after a Disney
kidding?
character. No, of course not.
She's kidding. Right. Well,
so why is it called Pluto?
Pluto is actually the god of the underworld. Pluto the
That's
dog.
a strange thing to call that goofy fucking thing. Why did they call the dog that?
I have no
Aren't
clue.
there
I guess you're the wrong
dogs in
person.
Hades? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
that's
there's
the dogs
there's
of hell.
Cerberus, there's Cerberus, the three-headed dog.
You're like the dream guest here on What don't you know? What are you actually doing here? You came down just to say hi to us.
Yeah, no, I found a call for helping out with the
Facebook Live post on Craigslist, right?
And
Are we live right now?
I don't even know.
yeah, we are live.
Okay, so what made you? You're a microbiologist. You're studying microbiology.
I'm studying microbiology.
With a passion for the universe.
With the passion for
And
anything
then you
scientific.
And in your spare time, you're looking at Craigslist and think you could come down to this podcast and help put it on Facebook Live. What's going on there with the final?
Well, I'm moving back to New Orleans again, actually, in a few months, and I listened to Death the Podcast
Death, the podcast. That's not. You know, this is not the same one.
No, it isn't.
Okay, but you knew that coming in.
Yes.
Okay, thank God, because that's a much more different take on
It's
life.
probably dark.
Yeah.
Real dark.
It's a little,
Pluto,
it's a little more
Pluto's real
serious.
heavy in
Yeah.
there.
It's a little more serious than this one. Okay, so that's a fun coincidence that you happen to find us. Okay. Right. Well, Sarah, nice to
What's
meet you.
up, Sarah?
Okay. Well, very good. So, so we've solved that whole problem. What are we on to next then?
I have no clue.
Well,
What
we
were we
could-
talking
We,
about?
I don't know where we're going to, but we could definitely, Sam, talk about
It was
your.
a great tangent, regardless.
Yeah. We talk about the mouthpiece missing out of Sam's trombone.
Well, I
case.
got my horn out I just got out the shop, 2 of them. Actually, I just did a show in Denver last week, and my slide went flying into the crowd. And,
Wow.
yeah,
You're
so
serious?
then, yeah,
So you're
then
playing the slide trombone and the whole thing?
The whole thing just went wow into the crowd, fell on the ground.
Did it hit anyone in the face?
And now it kind of hit me in the head, though, and then it hit
Oh,
the ground.
nice.
So it fell twice. So then he handed it to me. I put it back on my slide. It was kind of stiff. I couldn't really move it. So I was like, so I used my backbone for the next 2 days. That same night, though, my trumpet player, Andrew Bayham, his horn fell over into the crowd. His trumpet, the same show. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like crazy. Yeah, so anyway, I just got back from the shop. Thought I was like, come on here for a little bit. And I get back, I'm like, oh, any of my mouthpieces. They're still in my house, apparently. So,
How far away is your house? Where do you live?
oh, 15 minutes from here.
Where do you live? What part?
I'm in Elgin right now.
Oh, geez, okay.
Unfortunately.
You don't like it over there?
Man, I just went over there temporarily. It's not my field. It's the bridge, man. Even though
Yeah.
you're really tolls, like going over the bridge every single day, the traffic is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
What time does the ferry stop running?
I have no idea.
I think it's like 10.
I haven't caught the ferry since I was like 12 years
I love the ferry ride, man. It's
Yeah,
like
but
a-
you can put the car on the ferry. and
Yeah,
then-
but then just roll over.
yeah. Smoke a couple of joints on the way over.
He call it.
Yeah, and then you just roll off.
Right,
Why don't you take the ferry? Good question.
I mean, I haven't taken the ferry since I was like 12. My dad had taken me to catch the parades or whatever on the West Bank.
Oh, really?
That's the only reason I ever caught the
So
ferry.
you were that into Mardi Gras that you would go and catch the parades on the West Bank?
My dad was. Really? I stay on this side. I'm from uptown, so.
Is he still into the parades?
What'd you say?
Is he still into it?
Oh yeah, he's still into it. He's living in Atlanta now, but he comes down every year and partake in the festivities.
When did he move to Atlanta?
He moved there a while ago. About
Oh,
20
man.
years ago. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, had a house built out there.
What got into him? What made him want to go to
I have no idea, but I know I'm staying right here.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone who
I
grew up
went-
in New Orleans wanting to move
Yeah,
to
I
Atlanta.
went to,
you didn't ask him why you want to move?
I didn't care. That's his business, grown ass man. It's his decision. Hey, I went to San Antonio for 2 years after Katrina, and I said, man, I'm never leaving the morning. I'm miserable. I was driving home 9 hours every weekend just to perform, and I was going to Austin 4 times a week just to perform with some of my homeboys. And I was like, you know what? I gotta get back home, man. This is like, I can't do this. This shit is hard.
2 years, that was a long time
2
to be
years
away.
is horrible.
What happened to your house?
Yeah. Flooded just like everybody else.
Yeah.
It was all good. You lose things and,
It's all good, I don't know
come back
about
and
that.
start over,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the good news is that there's a hurricane out in the Gulf right now,
Hey.
as we speak.
I keep hearing something about
And-
it, but I'm like,
And it's going to...
I'm not convinced.
It's not coming here.
It's going to Florida.
It's
Yeah,
going to
it's-
Florida, which is ironic because...
Right.
What's that, Sarah?
Thankfully.
Thankfully, I know I don't want it to go anywhere, but that is actually the plot of the movie that Cecile's in.
That's right.
Cecile, when do we get a role in this movie?
Hey, if you
You're
want to
the
act,
next one.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just started writing the next one.
All right,
there
cool.
you go.
So I'm in out.
There
you
you
just
go.
started
Yeah.
writing
Yeah.
it, really. What's the next one called?
Oh, it doesn't have a name yet.
What's it
It's
about?
Mason.
Trombone player.
It's be a big black dude.
Well, everything just changed. Everything
Everything.
just changed.
Yeah, we can always change it.
Yeah, you're
What's it about? Do you have? Can you tell us the basic
Well, the
idea?
premise is someone who is like the queen or king, maybe,
Okay.
of social media. Like they are like awesome on social media, but in their real life, it's kind of a shambles.
Yeah.
And one day they finally wake up and they're like, wait a second, and they break up with their phone. And so it's set up like kind of like a romantic comedy where the bad boyfriend is the phone. Or bad
Okay.
girlfriend's the phone, and then they have to like rediscover who they are without this kind of abusive
That's
person in their phone.
pretty cool.
That is.
That would be also a good play, I would think.
I think so. So,
So you're writing it as a play or a movie?
movie.
That's
It's a
awesome.
movie. Yeah, my brother and I are writing it together.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, well, you might be in it.
Yeah, I still want to see
You
it.
could play
I wanna
the
see
you could play the
myself.
part of the phone.
I can be the phone. That'll be awesome.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's good, but you're going to be the star of it, I
That's awesome.
assume,
Well,
right?
unless we sell it and some big fancy person's in it.
And then you make the cut.
There you go. And then I can
That's
be like,
what you
now I
ca-
have money to support
You,
myself.
you just want to sell out, basically.
No, I don't want to sell out. I mean,
I'm
I would
selling
much
out.
rather. I
Be a
would much
man,
rather be in
sell
the
out.
movie, but
Right.
at the same time, you get to a point where you're like, it would be great to make some money doing this.
Yeah, but
Right.
really, how much money can you make selling a screenplay? A couple $100,000, say, if you're lucky.
Well, wow, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
That's
great.
Not really, because if you have a hit movie
That- I
and
mean,
you're in it,
everything changes.
you can make a lot
You can make
more than
lot
a couple
more.
$100,000.
That's right. 'Cause then they're like, will you sell this pasta sauce? And
Yeah,
like, of course.
really.
But
I wouldn't go selling that screenplay so quickly.
I mean,
Yeah,
We
well,
can.
but
Why don't
now
we
you-
shoot it? Look at Andrew doesn't believe.
now I've just told all these people about it.
I mean, that'd be a great movie.
it's
It'd be great.
it's,
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's relevant as fuck.
it is. It's
It
like
is.
the movie called. They had this one movie that I thought was going to be great, and it let me down completely. What's it called? Unfriended or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing with Siri. Is
it was
the,
like a
Yeah.
horror movie
Yeah,
where
and I was
like,
like,
you
ah,
die if
yeah.
you unfriend someone.
Oh, that was the
Tell them the
Skype- that
truth, and I'm like, all right.
Was that
cool.
the
I
Skype
would have
movie?
rather the movie like
Was
you
it Skype?
unfriend
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, that.
You
that
unfriend
looked-
someone and like they explode or something.
Right.
You're like, you can't not be on Twitter.
Right.
Your
That-
eyes start bleeding.
The trailer looked pretty good. Did you
It
actually
did.
go see that, Sam? You
No,
actually
no. I waited for cable.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
was like, I want to see that movie. Let me check it out. And I said, man, I can't believe I waited this long to watch this movie. Like, oh my god, it was hard.
What was the other one with Siri in it? That was like a talking. Some guy had a relationship with his phone.
Oh, she, her,
She, her.
I didn't see it.
It was
Spoiler
awesome.
alert. La,
Her.
la, la,
No,
la.
but
And
you must
it
have-
was
you must have seen that,
Joaquin
'cause it's-
Phoenix, yeah, and Scarlett Johansson was the voice. He had a romantic relationship with her. And she
Oh,
did think this.
I gotta check this one.
Should I go dig it up? Is it?
Is it good? Is it
It's
work?
good.
Okay, cool.
But that sounds like it's going to be some sort of comparison to yours. People are going to say.
No, yours is way
Well, you know
better.
what?
Sounds like the sort
Yours
of.
is way better.
I want mine to be a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, but people are going to. Oh, was it? That wasn't funny. That was serious.
It's pretty serious. And that's why, like, when people are like, you made a movie about a hurricane, people trapped in a hurricane, like, oh, I'm like, no, it's a comedy. It's a fictitious hurricane.
So the story of this one sounds pretty funny. You want to tell the story, or should I
Sure.
read it off the thing? You should tell
I'll
us.
tell. So it's a failed. I play a failed, TV weather correspondent who just, lost their job right as a hurricane's coming to town, and I go to a hurricane party.
Well, that right there is pretty bad because that's the big time. When
Yeah.
you're a weather forecaster,
That's like when you
that's the
become
big
Jim
day.
Cantori, and like your
Yeah.
life is made.
Yeah.
You're like.
So she gets fired on the eve of her big opportunity.
That's right. And
What?
the
How'd you
hack
get
that's
fired?
like, she's a funny character. Like I grew up watching Jim Cantori say stuff like, "The Mississippi is flowing backwards," and my dad would be like, "We're breaking curfew. Let's go look," and it would not be flowing backwards. And we'd be like, "Man, like that's so disappointing. This guy's a jerk."
Right.
And so she goes to this hurricane party and hooks up with this kind of overqualified pharmacist, and they go home together for what should be a one-night stand.
Overqualified
And then-
pharmacist.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Another good angle.
Yeah.
What is that, drug dealer type?
No, he's just like he quit before he like got to the goal line. Let's just put it that way.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wow.
So they're
And,
similar kind of characters.
And they spend the night together as Hurricane Cletus
Cletus.
makes his way
Awesome.
to New Orleans, and then and they wake up together and they're trapped in this house, and it was
So the hurricane hit New
and
Orleans.
the house is flooded, and they're just like trapped together, and so we just make it really bad for them. For
Okay.
36 hours.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool. So that sounds like a play too.
It could be.
You could
yeah.
do that one as a play.
But
People
yeah.
trapped in a house.
We use a lot of local people who do a lot of theater and comedy and comedy, and so a lot of people on set were like, "It's so fun working with theater people because you remember all your blocking." Like they could do shot after shot, and we do it the same.
So you're in it. You're the star. You're the weather girl.
Yes,
Okay. And who plays the part of the overqualified pharmacist?
Ian Hoke, another local.
Is he an improv guy from
He
the
is.
New Movement
And
School?
and he's part of Cripple Creek and Goat in the Road theater company.
Goat in the Road.
Yeah, so I'm in the Noel Project, and then we have Mike Sparrow, who's another big improv comedian, plays our like friend, and he's kind of an idiot.
So most of the movie is you and your boyfriend, the overqualified pharmacist, trapped in a.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sex in it, drugs, alcohol.
Threesomes.
No, because they don't like each other that much. And we have the privilege of having one of Andrew Duhon songs in it.
Yes.
Which is great.
Which one?
Tandem Bike.
Tandem bike, yeah.
Oh, Tandem Mike. That is cool.
I love that song.
That's a cool song. Here's world famous Steve Wynn as well. Just walked in.
Steve, what was that, man?
What's up, Steve?
Hello.
Hey, world famous. How are you? This is a star-studded day down here at the.
It's a happy hour.
Hey, should we make it?
People
We
show
could make
up.
Andrew play that song. Actually, you want to play
Yeah,
something
sure.
else? Do you want?
Do, yeah.
We can play that and then play another one later because Sam, we can't get you to play anything.
Hey man, you don't want to hear it. Trust me.
Pretty sad.
Yes, we do.
How do you write stuff, by the way? Sam? What instrument do you write on?
Everything. It comes to me different ways. I might have a drum groove in my head, might have a bass line in my head, might have a melody in my head for horns or for vocals. So,
How do you put it down?
good question.
I mean, do you play the guitar or the piano? Or?
Oh no.
You put it down on your phone?
Yeah, I put it down on my phone.
Yeah.
I go down to my
Okay.
little voice message. Like, hey, and I sing a song into it. Then later on, I go to like Logic or the GarageBand or whatever, and then put it in after that.
You put it on what, though?
Yeah, on
On
my
what?
computer, on my phone, my iPad.
What
computer.
instrument are we talking about?
You can play everything. I have a keyboard, and you can like it's a MIDI controller.
So
And you
you're
get
playing
all
a
the different
so you're
sounds.
playing a keyboard.
Yeah, you can play drums through the keyboard. You can play
Right.
guitar, bass, whatever, horns, whatever through the keyboard. And after I do that, then I bring it to the band, and we really make it our own. And we put our own flavor.
And the other guys write as well, or is it
Oh
all
yeah,
you? Everyone's writing.
Oh, yeah, I love to collab. I'm not selfish like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been doing this? A long time.
Oh, well, see, Big Sam's Funky Nation is a little bit more complicated than people, know about. I started the band actually in 2001, but I was playing with Dirty Dozen from '99 to 2004. Dirty Dozen tours 300 days out the year, still to this day. So I love Dirty Dozen back in 2004.
So for 3 years you had both those.
Yeah,
You had your own side project. And
Yeah, but I wasn't doing anything with mine really, but a show here and there in New Orleans because I was always out with Dirty Dozen.
Right.
So once I left Dirty Dozen and do my band full time, then I get a call from Alan Tucson. So then I performed with Alan for 10 years, and the whole thing, Elvis Costello came along. We did the Elvis Costello and Alan Tucson Living Reverse tour. Did that whole thing, and by then I was still like doing little things here and there with Funky Nation. It wasn't until 2007 where I felt like, look, I can't do nothing else. I got to focus on this to get us off the ground. And so since 2007, I've been focusing solely on Big Sam's Funky Nation.
right. What did you do with Alan Tucson? You was in his band.
Yeah.
How often did he play live?
Man, Alan performed a lot. I did mostly the summer tours because that's when he brought the big band out. Otherwise, he'd do a trio or a quartet, something like that, or a solo. But when he goes in, he brings out the 12-piece band. I'm always there. In the studio session, I'm there. So everything you hear about like the late Alan Tucson, I'm on like the last 10 years.
That's killer, man.
Yeah, that
Did
must.
you ever get to see all his suits? He had the coolest suits.
Yes.
You saw them
Trust
all.
me.
Was it like
I
a
saw
full
him.
room?
I saw him. Oh, it's crazy. Yes, it's a full room. I mean, he can wear a different suit every day of the year.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Serious.
And they were all so cool.
Yeah, they were all so cool.
Where does he?
custom-made,
Where does he?
tailor-made.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
buy them. He has them made.
Last
Yeah.
year he looked like a mermaid. When he played. I was like, I want that suit.
I was
so
like,
much.
man, Alan, you killing it, man, And all of us started at one point on tour when the Elvis Costello tour. We all tried to like keep up, and we're like, nice, you see, like, man, we can't compete,
Can't compete with Alan
man.
Tucson.
Yeah, not at all.
How many pairs of sandals did he have?
I think it was that same
Just the
one.
one.
I think it was
That's
just the
too
one.
bad. Lots of
That was
suits and
that's
socks.
right, exactly. Suits and socks, a bunch of them, but those sandals, just that one pair, man. And Elvis is real spiffy too, man. He's real dapper, But even Elvis couldn't like compete. It was like, man, like it's Alan, what can you say?
Were you,
That must have been.
were you at the funeral at the Orpheum?
Yeah, we were at the funeral.
When Elvis Costello came up to the podium, and Elvis Costello has, his signature thick rimmed glasses,
yeah.
So he steps up, and it's a somber moment. You don't know
Yeah.
how anybody's gonna approach it, take it,
Right.
Elvis Costello walks up to the podium, takes out his notes, and he takes off his thick rimmed glasses. He put them in his pocket, and he takes out his reading glasses, which look exactly the same. And everybody just starts laughing, and it's really, really special moment for
Right.
him to just started with a little joke,
Right.
It's just really, really nice,
Right.
That was a nice thing, And man, that was a special thing for the family to invite the public to the Orpheum to see that, and just so many performances by some of his friends, and all of them people that we know in New Orleans that were just inspired by the moment. Just really a special morning,
Yeah. And
It's sad
Deacon
loss.
John, man, I've seen
Deacon John was the one.
Right, I've seen Deacon.
He was first, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've seen
God, that
Deacon
was the
at,
one.
Probably
Fly
10
Away.
funerals, man, and every single time I get chills. man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man. I'm saying,
What is that?
yes.
Is it called "Fly Away"?
It's
That
just-
song
yeah.
he does.
Yeah, he's just like his voice though. Man,
Yeah.
it's just so. Oh my God, so tasteful. It's like you can't imitate that. You can't duplicate this.
No,
Straight
that's-
from the soul. It's him, man.
Who's going to sing at Deacon John's funeral?
Good question.
Damn.
Who can do that?
That's tough.
Andrew.
Sam,
No way.
Andrew.
Don't put
Andrew
it
could do it.
Never
You
going
should-
to die.
Andrew singing.
Someone should learn that fly away like he does it because
Yeah,
it's really
he's amazing,
powerful.
man. He's
He is.
I mean, I don't know who. Maybe Cyril Neville.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cyril is another great. Man, he's boy. Oh God,
Yeah.
he's bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who could have done anything.
Yeah.
He could have been like superstar, but
Yeah.
he just likes to hang out here. And,
He loves hanging out.
Go
in
down.
New
What's
What's he,
Orleans.
what's he
Go
up to
down the
these
rib
days?
shack.
I mean, he's not playing in town a
He
ton.
does a
But
lot of private shows. You know,
Yeah.
when
He
people
does
want
like weddings, it's for
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
yeah, make that money. you
Sure.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's great.
Yeah, you don't see him playing out at DBA or anything, but man,
no, he
that
does
guy-
very occasional shows out,
That
but I
guy's
think mostly he
the
does conventions and
Yeah, conventions, private
Sort of
parties,
stuff,
and things
right,
like that.
right.
You know, so
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I saw you at Jazz Fest.
Oh,
My brother and I, we were like, he is awesome.
Oh, thank you,
Like
thank
I
you.
had just moved back to New Orleans and we had so much fun.
You
We
must
were
have
like
liked-
laying on the floor and you're like, get down on the floor. And we were like, okay. And everyone did.
Right.
And it was like magical.
you must have been like 12, huh?
I was pretty young, yeah.
So, yeah.
But I just remember like when they said you're gonna be on with Big Sampling Nation, I was like, what?
Yeah. yeah.
Really? That's so cool.
Hey, where did you move back from? Sid?
I lived in New York for 4 years and then I lived in London for a year.
Oh, nice.
And what were you doing in both those places?
Acting and teaching improv to people.
Teaching improv. Can you teach us?
I'm just going to ask you to teach me just like
Yeah.
that.
You know, I think it could be great for banter chops. You know,
Yeah.
It
like
is.
live performance. Yeah.
Well, here's the biggest thing you need to know about improv is like whenever someone says something to you, you say yes to their idea and then you add to it. So yes and.
Yes,
That's
and.
fundamental. So if you're like, hey, you know what we should do? We should go find a bunch of turtles. And I'd be like, yes. And you know what we could do? Maybe we could have them mutate into Ninja Turtles.
Okay, wait. Don't give us more examples. Just go. Just let's try this.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, why don't you guys want to try? Or you want me to feed you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Maybe,
You
yeah,
can
yes,
we're,
and.
we're mere.
You're
You're
we're
supposed
mere
to say,
Yeah.
yes, we want you to try,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
want you to feed us.
Hey
Yeah.
Sam, you know what I think we should do? We should go to Parkway and get a bunch of po' boys.
Yeah, we should do that and get some pool boys, and you know, we should put them in people's exhaust pipes on their car.
Oh yeah, dude, we could do
Yeah,
that,
you
and
know?
then the cars would explode, and then we could roast marshmallows on the fires.
Yeah, that's right. You know what else? And then just sit in it and burn our asses off.
Burn our asses off, and
Yeah,
then
you know.
and then we could like spit some really quick scat jazz lyrics because we're in so much agonizing pain.
Yes, and then
Exactly.
we could take it and put it on an album and become millionaires.
That's the
Exactly.
plan.
That's the plan right there.
Okay, this is more like a Rorschach test. Does it tell you anything about people's
Yeah,
psyche
totally.
when
Like
you
how
teach-
dark will you
when
get?
teach
That's right.
these?
I'm really proud of you guys for a very short improv lesson. You did
Hey,
very
That was
You did
only
very well.
one sentence.
I do better when I'm standing up. I'm sitting down right now. If we were standing, I can do it.
If we had a couple more drinks, we'd be better as well.
exactly, you know.
And the other thing
Sam.
that you learn in improv is that every mistake is a gift. It's like when someone walks on stage and they fall.
That's what my
or, like,
parents
they say
said.
something stupid, you're like, gift. And then
Yeah.
you take it and make it like the thing.
Nice.
So,
Do you have to have an incredible amount of courage to pull this off?
well, I mean, I think yes, but then one
Yes,
the
and.
second, yes, and
Yes, you
the
do.
second that you realize it's really not about you, you're just taking everything that everyone's giving you. And like
Okay.
I started being way more comfortable and excited as an improviser, and I'm like, well, I don't have to do that much. I just have to make everyone else look really awesome. It's like you step on a stage and you're like, what do I need to give you? And then like you remove the pressure from yourself.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it
Here's-
frees you up to be funny.
Here's what I feel like you improvised guys have, guys and gals, that I don't, I envy and I want to get better at is, you know, like the Mickey Mouse head that goes along the words. I feel like my Mickey Mouse head in my mind is going along the words that I've already said, like remembering it and thinking about it and analyzing that. Whereas you guys are like 3 thoughts ahead, you know. And I think analyzing what just went past can help you come up with a double entendre or something like that. But it's not good with going on the fly as much. So I wish I could get my Mickey Mouse head a little bit further. Or more than one Mickey Mouse head would be great.
There you go. See, now you're thinking.
But you're
Right,
talking
Mickey
about
Mouse heads.
inhibition, basically. Like you're thinking
Yeah,
about what you're
absolutely.
saying. You
Talk
need
about
to lose
inhibition.
your
Yeah,
inhibition so you
absolutely.
don't think about what you're
I'm
saying.
questioning,
Right.
what just happened and whether or not that was a. Do I want to correct that quickly? Is there something to correct that? Instead of just letting it hang out and letting it go and pursuing whatever it is, that you are getting at, having confidence in that thing. I think.
as writers and as musicians, you probably improvise more than you even realize. It's just like a different skill set of improvisation because I mean, you guys do improvise all the time. You're just using different tools. So it's just like if you did it for a few, I think improv makes you a better listener because you start being like, oh, okay, and then you take it and you go with it, and you do become more comfortable with whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the thing.
Right.
All right. Well,
I guess when you put it on the musician thing, it's I find that when I'm well rehearsed and with a band that I'm confident with, there's less things to think about. I'm not juggling two things, and now I can try a little something vocally, or try a little something on the guitar or something. But you got and that's all that's all technical stuff. You guys are working with your own confidence, your own being, your own thespianism to just go with whatever happens. But then again, in that venue, I suppose that's what everybody's looking for, and everybody expects that. I think what an improv class could teach everyone is all the world's a stage, and that you have that opportunity in every day to not apologize for whatever happens, whether it be the fall that might be the opportunity for whatever, your opportunity to say, ooh, my hip's okay, but my ego's pretty, or whatever, make it a joke.
There's something beautiful about improv. Once you start doing it, you're around all these people who are like, yes, and all the time. So it's like kind of addictive. But then you also are kind of looking for the fun all the time. And sometimes I'll be riding in the car with my brother and I'll be like, it'd be really funny. And like I'll do a dialogue. And it got to the point where we were on a long road trip where he's like, not everything needs to be a dialogue. And I was like, yes, but I'm just like, and he's like, seriously.
See, there it
like,
is.
put the accents away for a little while.
Are you good at accents?
I love accents.
Oh, really? Will you do the next 5 minutes in some sort of fake accent?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
which one do you like?
I don't know. I know a lot. Sometimes my friends are like, those are offensive. You can't do them. But I'm like, but I'm good at them.
Offensive?
English accent.
I can do it. Oh, you mean
You-
like
you were
received
there.
pronunciation, like the
Yes.
BBC.
Exactly.
I can do that.
Okay.
You want me to do that for the next 5
Yeah,
minutes?
okay, 5
Is
minutes
that
starting
weird?
now.
Okay.
So you were living in London,
I was.
and were you teaching improv in London? What were you
I
doing
was
there?
teaching. I was living there. I was there with, for life. And
Oh, you moved there?
I did.
Oh, right.
I lived there.
What
for a
gave
year.
you that idea?
I don't know. I always wanted to do it.
To move to London. Had you ever been to London before?
No.
And how long did it take you to get utterly depressed? You
Not
want to
very
slit
long.
your wrist.
It was horrible.
It's the worst city in the world.
It
to
just
live in.
rains on you and you're cold.
Right, it's
cold.
grey and it's
Yeah.
and people are complaining.
And,
the
they're
opposite.
so passive aggressive. They stand up behind you and they're like, and then you go the way, and they're like, oh, thank you so much. And you're like, what did you just ask me to move? Like,
Yeah, right. So you stuck it out for a year though,
did.
doing what?
doing some theatre and some film, and I taught long form improv to people, not short form. They really love like impro, which is like short form games, which are wonderful. But
What's
I
long
like-
form improv?
Long form
That's
is like you
probably
tell
life.
a story. It's like more real life.
So you go to a theatre, you pay money to see someone sit there and tell you a story.
No, it's people. They're like creating a story. They're spinning a story in front of you for like
It's like
an
a
hour.
play, say.
It's like a play, yeah.
Okay, and what is short form?
I think you like plays.
I like
You do
plays.
like
I've got,
plays.
I love plays too. Though,
I've,
You do?
Yeah, I like
What's your
plays.
favorite play?
I don't know.
What's the last play you saw?
I think it was Wicked here. It's the same. Yeah, I saw feel like who? Feel like I don't know. Yeah. That one was really, really, really good. Yeah. What's that other one? Book of Mormon. That one.
well, these are musicals you talk.
Yeah, same thing.
Is it the same?
To me, is it the same? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, I mean, I think that's the theatre is what you make. So if that's like what you love about theatre, then that's what you did.
Theatre's what you make of it, all right? So it's
I like
safe.
that. There's some people next to me that were like highly offended. I was like, hey, man, y'all don't know what y'all can go watch.
But
Like, people were very offended by Book of Mormon. I was like, well, you don't know who these people are. Who wrote
Right,
it?
and who wrote it? I was like, oh my God, like, hey, man, I'm trying to enjoy the show.
maybe they thought it was a recitation of the Book of Mormon.
Maybe.
Maybe they were there to be
expecting.
converted.
Pretending to the Lord of Man.
They wore their white shirts and black pants.
Right. All I know, the lady knew what it was, and she brought her boyfriend in. He wasn't having it. I was like, hey, he started trying to talk to him. I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to watch the show, bro. You know, so
The guy's complaining
he was
during.
complaining to me.
During
though.
to you.
Yeah, I'm like,
What did
talk
he
to
want
your
you to
lady.
do?
Hey, man, look, I'm laughing. I'm having fun, you know. So, hey, talk
That's
to your
tough,
lady
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty downer kind of a date to go with the guys in Brooklyn morning.
tough,
Hey, so are you wearing an engagement ring and a wedding
I'm
ring? there?
married.
You got married.
I'm married.
Look at the size of that diamond. Who
That
did
is
you marry?
huge.
Some guy with a lot of money.
Quite the
Well, now
blow.
He's a lovely human being.
All
Yes.
right.
His name is Eric Charleston.
Eric Charleston.
Yes.
That
And
sounds
he was an
pretty-
actor, now he's an attorney.
Well, he would have to do something. First of all, he doesn't want to compete with you, and now he has to provide you with diamonds the size of a
I know he
quarter.
did a very good job.
How did you meet him, Mr. Charleston? Esquire.
He, through a mutual friend, the first time he saw me, I was in a play where I was playing an old lady who turned into a mystical cow.
You must have been pretty good. Or he has a hell of an imagination.
I guess, and then we were in a play together where he was a murderer and I was a heroin addict, so, you know.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is here in New Orleans? So he was an actor in New Orleans who then became... I would imagine that's good training for a few years. Is he a trial attorney?
I know he's at defense, but he does get to do
But that's the same thing, though, right?
depositions and all that. Yeah, he's very good at it.
I would think if you're an actor.
Yeah, it seems.
Right?
Given that it's all bullshit,
Right,
right?
there you go. You know?
It
I mean,
sounds like
He's probably the
another.
best out there.
It sounds like another thing for maybe another movie.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Which
that's a
one,
good idea.
what would the story be of that, sir?
Yeah, what's your story?
Well, let me think about that.
Two guys walk into a bar.
No.
Yes, and.
And what would it be? It would have to be about no cup.
No cup.
I'm like, what cup? I want to know what cup is.
No cup.
No cup.
What else would it be? It would have to be about, of course, here in New Orleans. But then one would have to be an intrepid new actress that was just coming into New Orleans, that was trying to learn the ropes. And then the second person would have to be one of the guys that had already been here for a long time.
Jeez,
had
this
already...
Is he jaded?
You might want to stick
No,
to
not
science.
jaded.
That just doesn't sound too compelling.
No, he's a heroin addict. That's
Crackheads.
and then it's great.
No heroin.
Oh, all right.
No heroin in the center. Okay. So when you write with your brother, I guess there's different rules, right? You don't say, you have to say no to something. You can't be yes and to everything.
Right. No, we argue about stuff.
Right.
We block it all out, and then we take, like, someone will be like, I'm feeling it today, and they'll take
Okay,
it.
so you drop the English accent. What about Russian?
Okay, no problem. That's actually my favorite.
Ah, perfect.
I
Okay.
can do this for the rest of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on the guy from Grand Theft Auto.
you know what I'm saying. Okay.
So who's older, you or your brother?
Me. I'm old lady.
And how many years younger than
3.
3 years? That's long. That's old enough to be the boss, right?
Yes.
So he's a film director, your brother.
Yes.
Did you watch any of the Olympics, Cecilska?
I did. I did. It was very hard for me because I live here, but you know,
I
Mother
understand.
Russia.
Right. Yeah.
It's
What
hard not
happened
to
there?
cheer.
Did they? What
You ever
happened?
win anything?
Were they
We
just?
won some things, but we were robbed.
Yeah. What happened there?
We
Was
had a
it-
good plan for all these drugs to
Right.
help us win.
and then it just went.
It just
Just
they caught
robbed.
us.
Uh,
Wow, spies!
but yeah.
I wish they just let athletes do these fucking drugs, don't you, really?
I mean, at this point, it's like everybody.
Yeah.
does it.
Why not just let them all do it? Everyone goes faster.
It's
you know.
just everybody in the Olympics.
Yeah, everyone's just all bulked up.
ridiculously.
Yeah.
I think anybody in professional sports area, hey, you want to take it, let them entertain me.
I think the same
You know?
thing. Let them do it.
Hey,
No one stops musicians doing
Right.
drugs, right? What if they came to you and said, "Okay, no one can do acid or
Yeah.
smoke
Hey,
pot"?
you know,
musicians are clean. Man.
Maybe
I don't know
much
what
like
That's what I-
marijuana. Maybe when you open the curtain, you kind of see that there's not as much there. Maybe the guy who's just gifted, you know, by birth,
Naturally.
can
So-
run circles around the guy who's
Okay.
been
But
doing
he would
dope.
never meet his mystic counterpart without the help.
Right.
I don't know. Let's stay out.
Maybe.
He should do drugs as well.
Okay, Andrew, give me a little bit of background music here so I can tell you about Uber.
You got it.
Uber?
Uber. You familiar with Uber? Do you have the Uber app on your phone?
Yeah, I have the Uber app.
Oh, that's a shame because if you didn't have
Uber.
it, if you didn't have it, you could download it, and then when you downloaded it, you could write the words "Happy Hour Noel" in the promotion section of the app and get $20 off your first ride. So I suggest you delete that app.
Maybe I delete it and then read
Yeah,
down.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's I'm
think
not
you're-
supposed to say that, but it was your idea,
Yeah,
right?
it's my idea. I
Yes,
can't.
so that came from Big Sam.
And everybody else should do the
Not
same.
me, yes. Everyone else should do the same according to you. I can't say that, but that is a good idea.
I said it.
I'm only saying it's a good idea because it's improv.
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
So if you
then
find, yeah,
delete Lyft and don't think about them at all. Only Uber.
only Uber, yeah, exactly. Forget about Lyft. If you find yourself a few drinks in, you need a ride home, Uber is the smartphone app that can deliver you to your house at the tap of a phone. It's like magic. You just touch your phone and a car shows up and takes you home, and it's cashless. You don't even need a reservation. The words are Happy Hour Noel that are put in the promotion section of the app. And thanks to Basics Swim and Gym, where you can get a full range of fashion swimsuits, workout and yoga clothes with style. You can get bikinis there. Did you know that?
I did.
You knew it.
I think I look great in that.
I think you look good in a one piece.
Yeah,
Actually.
give me that one piece and call it a day.
You can get a one piece and a cover up. Do you have a cover up,
You
Sam?
get,
I
you
think
get
I'll
nice
buy-
hats.
Yeah, you get a nice hat, right?
I'm not sure what a
Shades.
cover up is. Sarah, do you have a cover up anywhere? No, well, you can
I
get
do,
one.
I have one.
You have a cover up?
It's so cold in Russia.
You need the cover up, right?
One.
Okay, so if you want another one, you can get it at Basics Swim and Gym, and you can get everything you need for beach and poolside as well. It's right across the street from the lingerie store, Basics underneath on Magazine Street, near Jefferson Avenue, which is also incredibly close to May's Guitar and Sisters in Christ, a record shop where you'll find thousands of records and books and a huge array, in fact, of vintage guitars, vacuum tube amplifiers, and effects pedals from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Whether you've never picked up a guitar in your life or you've been playing forever, you'll find a gem at May's Guitar on Magazine Street. It's 3 blocks on the downtown side of Jefferson Avenue, and now here's something that everybody can use. Hangover Destroyer. Hangover Destroyer is the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. Have you ever thought of something like that?
What?
It's the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. If you go to their website, it's called hdestroyer.com.
I need some of that.
Write this down.
I
Okay.
need now.
Okay. Well, we can get a hold of this. I can give you some.
I could have used that last Mardi Gras.
Well, there's
Oh,
Mardi
me
Gras
too.
coming up. It's only a couple hundred days away.
Hey, that's
You
right.
can write Happy Hour in the coupon code when you go to hdestroyer.com. They'll give you 30% off if you order a Hangover Destroyer, so you too can seize the dawn. Music provided by Andrew Dumont. Off the soon-to-be released new record entitled Welcome to My World.
No. That's
But you're almost ready to make a new record. That's the exciting news.
That's true.
Something new is coming up from Andrew Dumont.
Yeah, the self-loathing is all just stacking itself into one big hamper, and I'm just going to take it to the record mill and just dump it all in there. Just dump it through the mill, and then it gets processed into these OD bits of self-hate and loathing, and then you bring it and you liquefy it, and you process it with this kind of big churny blender apparatus, and then you distill it, and then you let it sit there and just ferment for a while, and then it becomes a record.
I like it. That's a good
yeah,
description.
yeah.
People ask,
I
people
would
say,
buy. I would buy.
and so it's going to be 10 tracks of self-loathing.
Probably 12.
12 tracks of
Whoa,
self-loathing.
longer
Wow.
time.
Okay, and after you've got through all this self-loathing, have you done yourself any good? Have you achieved any sort of clarity about yourself?
Damn. I don't know. I think it's
When
all
you feel
subjective.
better, will you feel better?
I'm gonna feel better about having something newer and touring, trying to sell it out of a suitcase. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then will you be able to continue the self-loathing for the rest of your life and continue to make these same
That's a great question.
records?
I'm pretty confident that I can continue the self-loathing for the rest of my life.
At some point, didn't you want to just kill yourself?
No, it never gets that heavy. I think
So-
No,
I'll let the booze do it.
you share your self-loathing with other people.
Right,
And
exactly.
you take some of it.
Right. Yeah, I disperse it through the music, and other people take it generously, and even pay money for it. So that's really
But it's
kind of.
not really total self-loathing.
It's not. I'm being
It's
self-deprecating by saying
Right.
it.
Some of your songs are quite happy, like the Tandem Bike song.
Yeah, it's a nice, happy.
How did you, Cecile, how did you find the Tandem Bike song to put in the movie? Which is called what, by the way?
One night standoff.
One Night Standoff.
Yes.
And are you doing Russian subtitles for it?
We've
Or
done
dubbing?
all the subtitles in English, so I can translate.
Oh, right, nice.
It took forever. Forever.
Do you really have subtitles? Oh, you mean for closed caption?
Yes.
You have to do that now.
Well, we did it. I don't
What?
know if you have to.
Who's telling you what to do? You own the whole thing. It's your movie.
Yes.
Who paid for it? Is it self-financed by Kickstarter or something?
No, we had the investors, friends, and family.
Oh wow, cool.
We
Okay.
shot the whole thing in 13 days.
All right. Lucky for some.
Yeah,
13.
my favorite
Days.
number.
It is.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
And is it really your favorite number?
Yeah.
Is it yours, Sam?
Yeah.
Why is it your favorite number?
No idea. I was
You just like 13.
Hey man, I remember being in the summer camp when I was 7 or 8 years old, and they had this wheel. You had to spin it, and if you know,
Is it like one of these?
you get it's like a
Pin the day on the time?
it's like a wheel of fortune,
Okay.
something like that. And you win a prize. And you guess what number is on the land? I said, put on 13. All the teachers like 13. I said, 13. All right, cool. And on 13, I got my whole bag of cinnamon rolls that I ate that day.
Cinnamon
Since
rolls.
then, 13 has been my favorite number.
And do you still love cinnamon rolls?
I still love cinnamon
Me
rolls.
too. Who doesn't like
Hey,
Cinnabon,
man,
right?
I love a good cinnamon roll.
Do we have a Cinnabon in
Nope.
No.
I passed one on Highway 90 the other day out by like Homer or somewhere.
That's not New Orleans.
No, but it's worth the drive.
You know who has really good cinnamon rolls is Monkey, the coffee shop.
Is that right?
Coffee shop
Are
in
they
Carrollton.
strong?
They make them in house.
I'm there all the
They're
time.
So good.
All right, that's
Check it
happening.
out.
I'm
That's
gonna
They're
try
worth
it.
so
knowing.
good.
Where is it, Monkey?
Carrollton and right just before
What is
town.
that? Yeah, yeah.
It's a little
Okay.
coffee shop.
What is that?
Monkey,
Shout out
Monkey, that's
Chef.
You
good
gotta
to
check it
know.
out. Monkey.
Okay, when you
Say
come
monkey.
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 Funky monkey.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. What's that song with the word monkey?
Brothers monkey.
There's a
Funky
lot.
monkey.
Brad.
Definitely.
What the monkey speaks.
The monkey speaks his mind.
The monkey speaks his mind.
Yeah, Dave Butler. Yeah.
What is
the
that
monkey
song?
speaks his mind.
Right. What is that song?
It's
I'm
great.
gonna have to write that
It's
down.
art,
Awesome.
Grant. That's what
Yeah.
art sounds
Yeah,
like.
it's awesome, man. It's great.
Who sings that?
Dave Bartholomew.
Dr. John.
Dr. John.
Did he write? Did Dave Bartholomew write that? Or did it come from way back?
Danny Barker.
Danny Barker wrote that
I
song,
believe so. Danny or Danny. One of the DAs.
right? Wow, Danny Barker, he's a guy we miss as well. How's that? Monkey Speaks His Mind was written by Danny Barker. I didn't know that.
Danny or Dave. I don't want to say the wrong name.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
Either of
before.
those two.
Yeah,
Look
but
it
both
up.
of them are
Okay.
great. You know, you can't.
No, if you listen to the show from somewhere outside New Orleans and you've never heard of Danny Barker, that would be a worthwhile thing to do.
Holy
Right.
God,
He
yeah.
was a genius.
But this tandem bike, Andrew Duhon, I've heard him. So I actually heard him the first time on one of your podcasts. I was like,
Okay.
this guy's awesome. And then my brother and I went and saw him, and then no, it's true. and then I heard Tandem Bike, and it's one of my favorite songs on that album.
On the Moorings. The Moorings
Yeah,
is a great album.
such a
It's
good
going to be
album.
hard to top that with the
Thanks,
new one,
y'all.
Welcome
Well,
to My World.
Yeah, bring that stress, y'all. Bring that stress.
right.
So-
Dave Bartholomew.
Dave Bartholomew wrote the Monkey Speaks
Yeah.
His Mind. Okay, well, that really...
Yeah, Dave's a genius. Dave has a bunch of hits, man. He's a genius.
He's still around, right?
Yeah, Dave's still got
Is he still playing?
They should be like 99.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty old. But
Damn.
is he still playing? I wonder.
He's still playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was the guy behind Fats Domino. I'll think of all
Yep.
the stuff he's done.
Yeah, he's done a lot. I remember doing, it was on the set of Tremaine. You know, he was on Alan Tucson set. And this is one set where Dave Bartholomew was a special guest. And Alan doesn't listen to anybody. Like, you know, he's the genius. He's like the brain, you know. But when Dave spoke, Alan said things like, oh, why, yes. And so, let's do what Dave says. And that was it. Like, and we did whatever Dave said, because Dave was just, he was still playing, man. He put his horn out and had his own plunger with it. He was still sounding great. It was like, man,
Nice.
that's how I want to be. I want to be like damn near 100 and still playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's awesome.
That's a special thing to be a part of, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. for real.
Was Alan
Amazing.
Tucson as nice as he appeared when you're working for him?
Man, so nice. Until you fuck up.
What happens when you fuck up?
He's just gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you're on your game and you're on top of it, he's a nice person. Even when he's rude, he's sitting a very nice foot. He's like, oh my, I don't think that was quite like that. Let's try it again. Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe you didn't get hit with it. I don't know, man. Maybe you need to go back home or something because that's not quite it right there. Let's try it again. So it was still like a very calm and nice way, but he was a hip cat, bro.
Did he fire people? I mean, he had this crack band all the time. Everybody playing.
Yeah,
He must have fired. So how did he told him just
Yeah,
like that? You
yeah.
might have to go home.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen him fire anyone, but sometimes people be there, then they won't be there. So
He
I'll
probably
say
has
that.
someone who fired.
Right. You know, probably was Reg. Hey, Reg, will you find people for your dad, man? You know, let us know. Now, Reg is his son. Reg is
Right.
right.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen now to all the Alan Toussaint, the estate and the catalog and all that?
I believe it's going to his family. Reg is his son. Reg was manager. Reg is his manager. My phone is going.
Who's texting you? Who is it?
Man, that's like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
So popular.
What's
all that
going
stuff,
on?
Facebook.
So you're like the guy in the movie. That's
Exactly.
You're getting ready.
Except I'm gonna be the phone. You know?
No, you could. I think you could get this part.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm working on that. But Reg is his manager and his daughter Allison. She takes care of business as well. So it's all with his family. You know? Yeah. So it's not like a Prince situation.
What happened to Prince's stuff? He wasn't ready to go.
I don't think Prince is ready to anybody. I don't think he wasn't ready yet. They may have some people come out saying to deal with his son and something like that. I don't know. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever meet? Do you meet any of these? I mean,
I've never met
through
Prince in
Elvis.
my
Did
life.
you ever meet any of these other?
Never met Prince in my life.
What about these other cats? That
I like who?
big shot guys. Have you played with all sorts of people?
Oh yeah, I mean I played with a lot of people. I got to sit in with James Brown a couple of times.
That's good.
I got to
That's
sit
so
in with
cool.
James Brown a couple of times. What
No
a
big deal.
sentence!
So big deal.
Dave Matthews, YouTube Green Day for the Saints homecoming game.
You
I'm
were,
not
oh,
coaching
you got,
them.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Modest Mouse, Black Crows, a lot of people.
So you played with all these guys?
Yeah, yeah.
On stage or in recording?
On stage and recording.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
What did you do with James
I
Brown?
get it. That was just on stage, and every time he comes, like, all right, now don't dance so much then. Now dance so much then. Now. That's all right. Thank you.
How do you get hired for a James Brown gig?
Nah, it was just a sit-in, man. We were all on the same festival. This was back in like 2000. You know, we were all on the same festival, and I just came home and he allowed me to come up with Jam.
Cool.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was good. It's fun.
So what's going on with you? You're playing all over the world. Still,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I'm touring non-stop, except for right now because I'm at home.
Yeah, it's
But,
nice to see you. I mean,
yeah.
you don't play much in New Orleans.
Yeah, nah, man. We have a few shows coming up. We're gonna be at Tips on this Friday night. We're doing Tips this Friday night, and we're doing Seafood Fest. And the next show after that will be
The Seafood Fest. That
Next
sounds like the casino gig or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Who booked you for the casino for the Seafood Fest?
it's somebody. I don't know.
It's out of the city park. I checked it out.
is that
It's
big?
only $8 to go. That's all I know. So I'm probably.
Is that what
not-
day is
I went
Seafood
last
Fest?
Seafood Fest is I think it's Friday and Saturday. It's
Yeah,
Saturday,
it's 2
Sunday,
days,
yeah.
yeah.
But the Village people are going on after us.
Oh, man, I
Okay.
heard they're super fun.
They are. This is the third time that we've gone on before the Village people.
That's awesome. You get to open for the village.
Yeah.
I hear they have
It's-
songs with hand motions.
They're really, and it's awesome, man. They're like so. It's hilarious. It's a great show.
That is pretty good. Is it the original guy?
Nah.
It's all different.
I think it was one original. The last show we did was for a Super Bowl concert in Indianapolis, and they were like great. And I think it was only one original guy left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know.
Who would live the longest out of that?
Who would live on this?
The construction worker. The cop. Do you see when Donald Trump accused Obama of being the founder of ISIS?
Yeah.
I
Man.
did.
Obama accused Donald Trump of being the founder of the Village People.
That's a pretty good comeback.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I look forward to his spin when he gets back from Mexico after having a meeting.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Well,
Yeah.
are they going to let him
President
out?
of Mexico.
I mean,
Oh, that would be great if he couldn't get
They,
back
like,
into
built a
the
wall and
Okay.
trapped him in
Oh,
Mexico.
that's
Like
genius.
that.
I'm going
That's
to
great.
speak to their president, but I'm still going to build this wall, though.
Yeah.
we're gonna,
Really?
you know what? We're totally fine with the wall as long as you stay on the side.
Yeah.
Please.
That would be really brilliant
That'd be awesome.
if he wasn't allowed back in the country.
That'd
how
be
funny.
great.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
That would be
That would be
hilarious.
great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Where are you going next?
Next, I'm going to the West Coast. So, yeah, doing a few shows in town, and then I'll leave like for another 3 weeks. So, starting at Brooklyn Bowl in Vegas, working our way to LA, to Portland, Utah. I'll be back November 1st.
Do you take your wife with you on all these gigs?
She comes out sometimes, you know.
But you spend a lot of time apart.
Yeah.
Well, she came with you today. I
She
think
came
she's
with
sitting
today.
right over
Yeah,
there.
because I'm in town, so we try to spend as much time as we can together.
We'll let you go and hang
She-
out with her in a minute.
yeah.
We asked her if she
Happy
wanted
hour
to
was
come.
great too.
Now she's shy, you know.
She's
shot
awesome.
some
I went to middle school with your wife.
That's what I heard.
Is
That's
that
crazy.
right? Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, crazy small world.
What made you pick her instead of Cecilia?
Hey, I didn't see it.
You had met Cecilia.
I
She had to get married to this
No, I don't.
expensive, the
She's
guy with.
awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
She's like
What middle school did you go to?
Me.
Went to McGee's.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's not just any middle school.
Oh,
That's about $25,000 a year.
Right.
Reading future
Wow,
female leaders
nice.
of tomorrow.
Yeah, McGee girls go everywhere.
That's
Yep.
right.
Even
You
the
gotta be
way-
careful with how you like put that. I'm like, I don't know if that's their slogan.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
I think that is. Do you have kids?
Yeah, no, not yet. Working on it.
Okay, and they're going to go to McGee's. Would you send your girls to McGee?
Apparently so.
You'd have to.
Yeah, it's like
You need to start
yeah,
saving.
if we have girls, they're
Going to go to McGee.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a lot of bread right there.
That sure is.
In McGee, I need a scholarship. I need a scholarship.
that's right.
I completed to school for free.
That's the only way you can go. Because it really is like 20 odd thousand
No,
dollars
it
a year
really
for
is.
elementary
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I
expensive,
don't understand how people can afford that.
Wow.
man. Do I? Hey, give me a hookup. Poor black man trying to make me, bro. Hook me.
Yeah, exactly.
They do this wonderful thing in McGee called
Poor thing.
Right.
the father-daughter luncheon, where
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey.
That's
Oh, look who's getting the
my
call. You
phone.
better take that,
Deborah
Grant.
Barsha is calling.
Who's Deborah?
Oh, we
Let's-
should call. We could talk to Deborah.
Yeah, let's talk to
DB.
Deborah.
Sure.
Okay, Deborah, you're on happy hour. Oh, hang on, to put you on speakerphone. Yeah, you're on happy hour.
Oh, this is so exciting. I'm on my way to conduct the Broadway show Jersey Boys. And
Nice.
Nice.
This is Deborah Barsha, the conductor of Jersey Boys on Broadway. We've been talking
That's
about.
amazing.
We've been
That's
talking
amazing.
about musicals the whole
All day.
afternoon.
Yeah. Who's that in DB?
That's really weird.
Okay, is a musical the same as a play or what?
No, it's very different. I mean, it has to have the same structures of a play. It has to have an arc, and all the characters have to have changed in some way. But there's much less dialogue than there is in a play.
Well, yeah, but is a musical like a subset of a play? Like, is it?
I don't know.
Well, that's
I
totally
don't
different.
know if I
It
call
sounds the same to
a
me.
subset. I mean, as far as story goes, it has to be like a play. But the thing is, the whole thing of a musical is that each song is sung because the characters are so emotionally fraught in some way that they can't speak the
Self-love.
words, so they have to sing.
Oh, that's why they sing
I
a
never
musical.
thought of it that way. I thought it was just they're just singing what they
You
were
should
doing.
know because you're writing on it.
Right.
But it's like
My
the
life is
emotional
all
arc.
music.
Yeah.
Like that's when they're singing.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
Well,
trying to
then-
remember
okay.
my favorite Frankie Valli song now. It's a slow one. It's
Can't take my eyes off of you.
yes. No.
Deborah.
No. Wait.
He said yes. No.
We've
My
got.
eyes adored you.
Yes. That's
Okay,
the
Deborah,
one.
we've got a rare
No, I
moment
never
before.
laid a hand on you. My
Okay, Deborah,
eyes
before
adore you.
I
That's
hang
the
up on you,
one.
can you sing a little bit of that?
Yes. You're just too good to be true.
Yeah.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Yeah.
I'll be conducting it in about an hour.
How many shows have you conducted of Jersey Boys? What year is this?
This show, this is the 11th year on Broadway.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's great.
Do you know how many you've conducted? Like,
I started as a substitute in the orchestra, then I became assistant conductor, and then I became associate conductor, which I am now, which means that was about 6 years ago. So I've been doing it full time for 6 years.
Wow.
11 years.
That's great.
that's a pretty big
Yeah,
gig.
that's
All right. Okay. Well, Deborah, thanks for calling into Happy Hour.
Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you.
Bye, Deborah.
Thanks, DB.
Okay. We'll see you. Okay. Bye.
You know, so my brother Jules did Second City improv training in Toronto, and they're like, and it's a short form game, but where they go, sing it, and so like you'll be doing a scene, and they'll be like, I just can't believe we're at a lunch meet, and they'll say, sing it, and you have to do a song.
That's
about
awesome.
lunch
I
meet.
love that.
And you like sing it on the spot. Pretty great. You
wanna
guys
see
would
that.
kill that.
Oh, I love that. We should
We should
try
just
that.
we should do a musician show
We should.
where you guys have to
Improv.
sing improvised songs.
Sounds amazing.
I might produce that.
I
And
think
you
I
guys
do
can
that.
all be in there.
I
Count
think I do that
me
around
in.
my house anyway. My wife is the only person
Yeah.
that used to see it though.
But how great would it be? It would be
That'd
so
be awesome.
funny. It would
So
be
you
so
could
great.
you could host that?
I would.
Cecilia,
I would
would you
host
do
that.
it?
I would
Okay.
definitely host that.
We should make that happen. Let's
We
do
should make that happen.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Are
We
you
could
guys
do- we could do a
serious? We're
show.
going to force you to do it for real?
Yeah, to make force us. Our first show will give all the proceeds to flood victims. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Well, I
go.
bet you do it pretty quick then.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be.
There'll
Think
be
it'll be
Those
a
are
long
gonna be.
process.
They're gonna be wrecked for a while.
There will be flood.
Why don't we do it then? Okay, let's do it before what? Before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
That's doable.
Let's do it. That's doable.
Are you going to be in town this year?
I'll talk to your people.
Talk to my
I mean,
people.
after November
Talk to your
1st.
people. November 1st?
After November, you're coming back
I
November.
get back on November 1st.
Yeah, so we'd have to do it after between November
guess-
1st.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So
All
that'd
right.
be great.
That'll be a good show.
Or we could do a Christmas show.
Yeah.
Could also be really fun.
That could be fun too. Christmas improv. Who would be good? Who could improv? Like, can anyone do this? I mean, that must be pretty hard.
I mean, we can all do it. We can all do it.
Okay,
We're gonna have a great teacher.
that's true. We're gonna have to learn.
Why don't we just go around? We'll each take a line. Everybody ready?
No, we're not musicians.
Ready?
No,
What is this one about?
you boys.
what about.
Why don't you guys just trade off?
And all the candles are lit.
It's Christmas time, and it's time to take the shit.
So I'll go out to the outhouse, take off a piece of toilet paper.
Yeah.
And if I'm not back in 20 minutes, come back later.
Okay, I think we've got something going on.
Pretty good, everybody. Pretty good.
Man,
Pretty good.
did you see Cecile's face there? That you, I could
That's
see you almost. I could
sincerity.
see your brain.
It was like the
There
first
you
time
go.
she jumped into double dutch or
Amazing.
something. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That was nice, guys. Okay, I think there's a future for this
Yeah,
project.
There we go.
What's it called? You've got one of the greatest improv shows of all time, actually, Cecile. I'm not just saying that because you're here, but that you don't know the half of it. Have you seen this thing? You
I
don't
haven't
know the
seen
half
it,
of
no.
Oh my
You
God.
haven't been yet?
I
That's
keep.
funny.
I'm sorry. I know.
When is it? Where is it?
So, yeah, I'll give everyone at this table tickets.
Great.
It's going to be at Le Petit. I've booked out the whole next season, so the next
Sweet.
show is October 23rd here out of town. But then our 5-year anniversary show is January 15th. That's going to be a big deal.
Okay.
5-year anniversary show. And then
So,
we'll have...
so explain what it is, just briefly.
So what we do is I get 4 new scripts every show, 2-person scripts. They have to be high stakes, and I cut them in half. And I give half the lines to one actor, and half the lines to another actor. The actors never see the whole scene, so they just learn their lines. And then on the night of the show, I pair them with an improviser. So the only rules of the game are the actor has the first line, and then they have to keep saying their lines no matter what happens. So the actor might go into it being like, this is the scene where I'm going to talk to my mom about the birds and the bees. And one line in, the improviser's like, well, you know what? If you had told our divorce attorneys, and he's like, oh, this is so great. So like, they have to, like, it's brilliant for them. They get to have so much fun because the actors have to improvise how they say things,
Yeah.
and the improvisers have to play scenes that are, you know, pretty high stakes and more narrative. And we have a little band that plays in between each, and they rewrite words to songs. It's very funny.
So you end up with somebody being choked on the floor saying something fairly sensitive or something like that.
Well, we haven't had any choking yet, but I have had someone who they started where he had just gotten shot, and he's like, "Can you make me a bunch of fake blood?" And I was like, "Sure." So the scene started, and he was like, "Ah!" And the improviser was like, "Whoa!" Because they're like covered in blood. Sometimes they happen in space. Sometimes it's really fun.
And when we as the audience have a vague idea of what's going on, so we're ahead of the of it, so we can see what the other guy's supposed to say.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have the script as the.
You
we-
get the first
we know
line
it's-
of every scene.
We know what's going
Nice.
on.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's really, really, really.
So once you get to the
very
last
clever.
like 4 scenes, the audience is like, "Oh my god, this is so different.
Right.
We know what the other half of the scene's about," and it
Right.
goes like very haywire.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really totally weird. Thing. Talking of haywire, we got to get out of here at some point. Andrew,
Just
you
get
got
out
to
of here,
play
too.
this song.
Oh, sure, I can play that song. We're
Yeah,
talking
come
about
on,
if you
play
want.
the song. Is it that we're doing the tandem bike song?
Yeah, let's
Come
do
on.
I thought it was a Christmas song.
Shitty Christmas.
Right, shit. Christmas.
Christmas time.
I can't do it.
I want to play something else because the song I like to play is in the same key. Now just play that clean stuff. I'm going to play something else so you can hear that. All right, here we go.
All right.
Those girls count on magazines, making themselves a scene, dolled up porcelain, just like the magazine. Oh, ain't they so fancy? But ain't they got nothing to say? We don't mean to be mean, we just ain't that kind. We'd rather get along just to see what we find, and we'll ride around uptown on my tandem bike, and I'll buy some records and you'll buy some wine. I'll put on a song that I think you might like. Then we'll drink till we can't tell the day from the night. Oh, it's you, darling, it's you that I'd like to stumble into. Darling, it's you, darling, it's you that I'd like to stumble into. Ain't those boys on the balcony making themselves a scene, smoking their cigarettes, just like the magazines? Oh, ain't they so fancy? Ain't they got nothing to say? We don't mean to be mean, we just ain't that kind. We'd rather get lost just to see what we find, and we'll ride around uptown on my tandem bike, find that guy we met last 4th of July. I'm sure he'll have something that we'll want to try. We'll make a rope out of blankets and climb out of our minds. Oh, it's you, darling, it's you that I'd like to stumble into. Darling, it's you, darling, it's you I'd like to stumble into. Whoa, well.
You're right.
That was so good.
Off the album The Morons, Grammy nominated album.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Andrew, thank you.
Thanks.
Guys,
It's good to
that's-
be back, man. This is
It's
always
good
fun.
to see you back here again. That's taken us to the end of another happy hour, everybody.
It was
It's all over.
a real pleasure sitting at the
Yeah,
table
it's a
tonight.
You know what? And I'm just going to say it because none of our other past guests are around, but it's not always this good of a time. So thanks, everybody.
It's been a great hour. Thanks so much for joining us. Big Sam from Big Sam's Funky Nation. Sarah, whose name we don't know. Sarah, what is your other name?
Ari. I go by Ari.
Oh, we don't call you Sarah. It's Ari. I'm sorry. Okay. Ari, the microbiologist.
Almost,
slash-
not quite.
Well, close enough. You're more of a microbiologist.
You're being
Knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I have a double majors in fine arts and microbiology.
Killer.
You
Okay.
get more interesting all the time.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. It's
Thank
been
you.
great to meet you. Come on back sometime.
Definitely.
Cecile Montaigne, star of the movie One Night Standoff, which we can see at some point somewhere. Where?
Well, my brother Jules and I are submitting it to festivals right now,
Okay.
so hopefully soon.
Is it going to be in the New Orleans Film Festival, you think?
Well, not this year because we will be submitting it for next year.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see it before then. That's
Yeah,
the other way.
yeah. I know.
Cecile, thank you for joining us. We
Thank
can
you so
find you
much.
on CecileMontaigne.com or something like that,
That's
I'm
right.
sure.
I have a
On the
website
internet.
now.
Yeah. And Andrew Duhon's been back as well. Big Sam, we can see your show this Friday at Tipitina's if you happen to be listening to us before Friday the 2nd of September,
Whatever.
2016.
It's the second because
That's
it's
it,
my
the second.
birthday.
2016. Make a note of that.
Thank you.
But come on board. It's a free show too. It's the last free Friday.
Free.
What time is it?
I'm going on at 11:30.
Nice.
Okay.
Who else is playing that night? Yeah.
It's another killer band. I think it's Crooked Lions.
Oh, that would be good too.
Yeah.
And then Seafood Fest on
And then
Saturday.
Seafood Fest on Saturday.
Nice, man.
Yeah, but come on,
That's a
it's
good little weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Puppet Theatre.
Yeah.
All right. Remember that from Spinal
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
No, I just.
I mean, I don't remember.
My brain went to the part where they're upset about how there's square ham for like
Right, yeah.
round crackers.
I was thinking about the Stonehenge that they created. Yeah.
It's so small.
How are we doing, Stonehenge tonight? Thank you so much for joining us. That's our show. Thank you
Anytime.
to our
Thank
producer, Graham DePonte, and our music director, Christian Unruh. Thomas Walsh is our technical director, and our theme music was written by and is currently being played right now.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is.
By Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour and sit around the table, drop us a line. Our address is on our website, itsneworleans.com. We can also have other time-sucking social. New Orleans, you can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our Facebook page. Those photos are taken by Alison Moon. If you're listening to this on your podcast app, thanks for subscribing to us. Take a moment to rate and review us. That does actually help other people find us. Our show is recorded live today at the fabulous Wayfair on Ferret Street, which is not just a bar, it's also a restaurant where they have fine food on a plate and fine booze in a glass. 3 hours of happy hour here every day and brunch on the weekends. Happy hours of production of INO Broadcasting. For itsneworleans.com, for Andrew Duhon, Graham DePonte, everyone back at our office at INO Broadcasting and around the table here at Wayfair. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, I forgot to tell you about Grayson and Ash, our 2 pseudo interns who are making this possible on Facebook Live. Thank you very much, guys. I'm Grant Morris. We'll see you back here next week on Happy Hour.